Hi friends, I'm going to keep it pretty short today, but something really annoyed me the other day and I wanted to share it with you. Hi everyone, if you haven't been here before, my name's Kelly. I am on a health reset, health journey to live my best life during perimenopause and with Hashimoto's disease. If you've never visited before, I have a bunch of other videos. I have some update videos and a heap of stuff that will help you out, hopefully motivate you if you're wanting to go down a similar path. Okay, here's the thing that annoyed me. And, usually when something annoys you, it's not just that one thing. It's like that is the catalyst for setting off these feelings of annoyance. It's usually a chain of events. You've been annoyed with something similar here, something similar over there, and then you've built up and then you've seen this thing or you've heard this thing and you've gone, right, that's it. Now I'm properly annoyed. This is it. I'm tired of people telling other people no. Let me explain what I mean. So the thing that really annoyed me the other day was a social media post. Surprise, surprise, as if social media has never been annoying before. But what it was a lady who is influential in the health sphere, in particular in the Hashimoto's thyroid health kind of sphere, saying that gluten is an absolute no-no for anyone with Hashimoto's, and you must not have gluten. Like, it's a poison to anyone with this disease. And I was like, okay. First, I commented on the post, and I try not to comment on social media too much. It can get inflammatory and unpleasant, but I just said simply that's not true. Sometimes things just have to be called out because there's so much misinformation. There are all these people, these poor people who are in the situation that I was in a couple of years ago, where their health is absolutely haywire. Often they don't know why, or they don't know what to do about it, what to do next to try and get back to the way that they were, or to get even better than the way that they were. And when people make blanket statements like that, it is so unhelpful. It's just so unhelpful. In fact, it's almost, I don't want to say it's mean, but it's just so limited. It's such a limited approach. I've seen so many people, because I'm in Hashimoto's groups on Facebook, I'm in perimenopause groups. I've been through all of those and down all of those rabbit holes to try and find the right solutions for myself. That is an important point, and we'll come back to that. But a lot of people are desperate. They just don't know what to do. Their lives have completely changed. They don't know who they are anymore. Everything's gone pear-shaped. I see a lot of people in really critically bad situations, mentally, physically. And when other people are throwing blanket statements at them, how does that possibly help? It really doesn't. You must not do this. You must not do that. And it's absolutely rubbish because, and this is a point that I wanted to come back to, your health, whether you have disease, whether you have any other health challenges, your situation is completely individual. Now, what I have learned through embarking on this health journey of my own this year is things that work are the things that work for you. They're not necessarily going to work for somebody else. And the same goes the other way. Things that work for other people are not necessarily going to work for you. You can try things, but you shouldn't be told that you must do this. Now let's come back to the gluten example for a minute. I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's in my early 20s, so over 20 years ago, well over 20 years ago at this point. And I did not do anything special for my diet in all of those years. I happily ate gluten and all kinds of things that some people say are very bad. Dairy is another one. Oh, don't get me started about dairy. No dairy. If you have Hashimoto's, you must never have dairy. I have dairy all the time. I always have. Okay. So I happily consumed gluten and all of its products, wonderful products, for all of those years. And I didn't have any problems with my diet. It's only a couple of years ago when I entered into perimenopause that everything went wrong for me as far as my health goes. And before that, no diet adjustments at all. I didn't have any problems with anything. So when I entered perimenopause, I started having problems with everything, not just food, but with medications, with sunlight, with things touching my skin, a whole host of things. And it's taken me a lot of time to figure out what happened. I didn't know what was happening at the time, but it was really like the Hashimoto's and the perimenopause colliding together and just making a train wreck of me, of my body, of my mind, of everything. So this health reset for me has been so crucial because it's allowed me to understand my body. And I didn't understand that before. I didn't know what to do for it. I didn't know what it needed. I didn't know what I needed. I know that a lot more now. It's still very much a work in progress, but my health has improved significantly through diet and lifestyle changes. Now, if you want to know more about what I'm eating these days, and that is constantly changing too, but I do detail it a little bit in some other videos, and I'll try to link them down below. But basically what I did is an elimination diet. Now, that term has always scared me. Elimination diet. It sounds like the most terrible thing that could happen to you, right? But basically what I did is I went to single ingredient foods, and more importantly, I went to mostly meat. Now, again, I am not going to dare tell you what you should be doing because I don't know you and your individual circumstance. I don't know whether you eat meat or not. It's not my business to know. I'm just saying this is what I did. It seemed like the most simple way forward for me because I love to eat meat. I find it very satiating and it makes me feel good. So I started with that, eating a lot of meat and not much else, leaving a lot of other things out. And that was my elimination diet to begin with. And it wasn't hard because I was full enough. I was satisfied enough, and that's one of the key components. So if someone told me to do an elimination diet where I could only eat vegetables, I'd be pretty scared about that because I know that's not enough food to satisfy me. I know I'm going to be ravenous all the time thinking about food all day long. But that is something that I recommend if you do eat meat, if you like meat, to start with that as a basis, as an elimination diet, but then over time to add things back in. If you do it slowly and carefully, you will find the things that do agree with you and the things that don't. So this has been such a crucial learning experience for me. I have discovered some foods I've completely taken them off my menu. I don't eat them anymore because the effects that they have on me are not worth me having those foods. I would rather have a smaller group of foods that are healthy, that satisfy me, and that my body loves. Because once you do that, you pare things back and get on some sort of elimination diet, you see how your body responds. My body responded like amazing. Like it was just so obvious what I needed to do. It's also obvious to me at this point that I need to do exercise. I do work at this time. I do workouts about 6 days a week. I do strength training. I do HIIT workouts. I do walking. I do all kinds of workouts. I change it up so that I don't get bored. So many great workouts on YouTube that you can do a different one nearly every day. And that has been really, really crucial, especially for my mental health. I'm enjoying the physical benefits of it. I'm enjoying the additional energy that it has given me. I love that I can now do a 40-minute workout and still have plenty of energy for the rest of the day. I could do another 40-minute workout. I don't. I have to, hold myself back a bit. But exercise has become a bit of a hobby for me as well. I just love the effects and the effect that it's had on my mental health. I absolutely have to keep doing this. It's helped me that much. So there's another thing that I've seen time and time again in Hashimoto's groups, from professionals, from all kinds of sources. If you have Hashimoto's, you must not do intensive exercise. I've seen this over and over again. I think it's a lie. Maybe for some people, it is going to cause inflammation. For me, it is almost life-saving. I just absolutely feel at this point like I couldn't do without it. It's been that good for me in every aspect. It's never caused inflammation, never. I'm enjoying high-intensity exercise. I like to jog. I like to dance around. I like to do strength training. I like to do all these things. They're fun for me now. And they make me feel so good. Can you imagine going to a health specialist and them telling you, no, you can't do that thing that makes you feel really good? Like, it's good for you, but they're saying no, absolutely not, because people with Hashimoto's can't do that. I think we need to rethink this situation a bit, and maybe unlearn some of the things that we have learned in the past or that we've been told, and just to listen to our own bodies and see how your body responds when you do change things up, when you do things a little bit different. Another thing is, I've seen people say, you must take your medication in this particular way, your thyroid medication. Now, I've been on thyroid medication ever since I was diagnosed. I've been on basically the same dose. My dose altered once during one of my pregnancies and has stayed the same. So I've been on the exact same dose. And I take my medication with my breakfast because I don't want to forget about it. So I take all my supplements and everything at breakfast time. Works perfectly for me. But I've seen people say, you must take it at nighttime, right before you go to bed. You must not have any food in your stomach. You must not have your medication with coffee. I'm like, I've been doing all those things for all this time. And my levels have been steady and it's been fine. So I think we maybe just need to get off this train that is detrimental to a lot of people, because then they don't get to what's really important, and that is listening to your body, what you need, and figuring it out slowly over time. You can figure it out and you can improve and be so much healthier than you are today. Maybe just by blocking out some of those voices, some of that noise that say, do this, do that, and do the other, or don't do that, because you'll always get people who are contradicting each other anyway, right? On the internet, constantly contradicting. So what I'm telling you is, go your own way, do your own thing, figure out what works best for your body, and don't feel like you have to do the status quo just because it's the status quo. Well, I hope that was helpful to you, and I will see you really soon.